I was just listening to a YouTube short on Sharia law, and they're calling Dallas Mecca, okay? Police that are afraid to go into certain areas of town, they just say screw. But it's time we start taking care of our country. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I just got me a flippin' wonderful haircut. God, it feels good. I've got my UV protective lenses on. Eyes are feeling pretty good today. I can see. I can read. Yeah. I was just listening to a YouTube short on Sharia law and Muslims and halal food and this kind of stuff. Now, when we start lumping people together, it gets dangerous, okay? I start saying Muslims are all bad, they're not. If I say all Americans are bad, they're not, okay? But the shit that's happening in the EU, the UK, fucking everywhere, they're calling Dallas Mecca, okay? Dallas, Texas. They're saying it's Mecca. So it's time to err on the side of caution and stop them from coming into the country. My friend's daughter lives in Minnesota, where you all know about the bilking of the government there. And there's police that are afraid to go into certain areas of town. They just say, screw it. We'll just let them handle their own law. Sharia law. Like cutting hands off and cutting heads off and shit like that. It's real. It's really happening. So, better safe than sorry, I say. Close the fucking door. I'm getting highly political here. Okay? I know some Muslims, and I hate to use this term, I have some Muslim friends. It's like people say, well, I have black friends. Okay? It's a fucking token. It's BS. But it's time we start taking care of our country. Don't close the doors. Don't try to build a fucking wall around us like China did back in the day. Okay? A wall is fine. A fence is fine. If it's protected. You know. If it's secure. Poland, look at what they're doing. Move over here, let this guy go. I'll turn the camera around so you can look at the side of the road and listen to me babble. Poland is saying, F you. You are not allowed. And they are shooting at the border. Because all these young men of military age just all of a sudden seeking asylum. They're coming over to take over. We are an infidel. We are the scum of the earth if we don't believe in Allah. So, do I have a point? Not a poignant one. But we really need to start tightening up the fucking belt before we end up like Europe. Okay? I'm gonna get flack for this, and frankly, I don't give a shit. Because, you know, weigh in, comment, say you're wrong, you're all fucked up, whatever. Or I agree. Or some people are afraid to agree because openly they don't want to be an Islamophobe, which is a fucking another made up word, okay? I mean, America was founded on certain principles. They may not be the best, and we've had our fair share of fuck-ups. Especially with the people that were there before the Mayflower and before Columbus supposedly discovered America, right? They just discovered it on their own. They found, we're here. Look at this. We found it. But there were already people there. So how can they discover something? That's the same as me going into Walmart and discovering a can of beans. Going, holy shit, they got beans here. Okay? The Muslim thing is becoming a fucking issue. Has become, is an issue, is a huge issue. What to do? I don't know. I really don't know. But we're already at civil war. It's just not a shooting war. I'm talking with each other. Okay? The right side and the left side. The Democrats, the Republicans. In my humble opinion, all politicians at that level are fucking crooks. Because to make it that far, you got to get a lot of favors and a lot of money thrown your way. And then one day they're going to call on you and say, okay, we need this passed or we need that passed. I had a chick, a Thai woman, try to get me to join Amway, for fuck's sakes. For starters, I can't work in Thailand. And as we all know, it's a pyramid scheme. As long as you keep recruiting people, you will grow. Just keep spewing the shit and selling their expensive fucking products, which you can get anywhere. And they say, oh, it's all FDA approved. The fucking FDA is as crooked as a goddamn windy road to the mountains. They take money from lobbyists to push drugs through without proper testing. That's a fact. Look it up, Google. However, you got to pick somebody you got to believe. So choose your source wisely. Don't believe everything you hear on the right-wing sites or the left-wing sites. Use your brain. You know, use that gray matter. Think about things logically, sensibly. Go, gee, try to look at the end game. They want us dead. Muslims. Not all. Not all. My barber, who worked at a salon in Seattle before I finally found the guy that really cut my hair the way I liked it, and it was a lot cheaper. She was from Iran. Nicest lady around. And her husband was cool too. They came to our country and embraced it. Now, how do you know who's going to embrace it and who isn't? You don't. So err on the side of caution and close the fucking gate. Don't let them in. Period. Don't let them in. And we've got to have harsher penalties for people that come in illegally. I'm here in Thailand and I have to follow the letter of the law to get my visa. I have to report every 90 days. You know, I've been at the same address for 2.5 years. Driven a truck with the same license and it's addressed at the same place. You know, but I still got to check in. So, you know, people fly into the country on an education visa or a work visa. They don't always cross the line, you know. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, fucking California. They come in the damn airport and then they just stay. And then they end up in sanctuary cities, you know, and Washington State is a sanctuary state. That's where I'm from. And I know a lot of Mexicans, okay? I am friends with a lot of Mexicans, and many of them are illegal. But they have I forget what it's called all of a sudden, but they have an identification card and they pay taxes. They work and they pay taxes. Many come here for the season, right? When I say here, I mean America. I'm not in America right now. Thank God. I'm not religious, but thank God I'm not in America. Thank my lucky stars. Anyway, we got to do something, people. It's getting bad. Pedos, you know, they can marry at 6 or 7, I believe. Come on. Really? 6 or 7. What kind of sick son of a bitch can get aroused by that? Death penalty. And quick. We've got to change up a few things. We've got to reach down and grab our pair of balls and fucking use them. Anyway, it's just a thought. This rant was brought to you by Mr. Mitch. Thanks for listening. Bye.